morning. Welcome, welcome, welcome. It's so great to have you all here. Thanks for coming this morning, this fine morning. I'm not sure where everybody is across the country, but it would be great to know where you are and what organization you're representing this morning. Can you hear? Okay, I see that someone says that they cannot hear. Can you guys hear me okay? Let us know. Someone says they can hear. Yes. Hey, Philly. Sankofa Healing Studio. Atlanta, Baltimore, Yoga with Nay. Hey, Nay. What else we have in the room? Awesome. Thank you. Hey, I hope everybody's doing good this morning. Again, thank you for coming. We invited you. Oh, somebody says yes, from DC, but in Mexico. Oh, hey. Hopefully there'll be a Joy Joint in Mexico. You all have been invited here because we have this amazing initiative that we're kicking off that's called Joy Joints. And it is something that we thought would be appropriate for this time. We all know that we're going through an isolation crisis. We heard the big announcement from the US Surgeon General, and that's coming off of COVID. And so we wanted to find a way to have our communities begin to come together again in healthy, wholesome ways where we can celebrate our joy in the midst of crisis. As we all know, in the African American community, there is a triple pandemic that is happening constantly, before COVID and post-COVID. And so we thought, hey, if we could use the month of October and pull folk together. October 10th is World Mental Health Day. And so we thought maybe this would be a good month for us to recreate what was called juke joints before, and have teams all over the country to participate and ignite their own joy joint. Our goal is to raise the level of joy in the African American community, given the circumstances that we have been through and continue to go through, and then also raise funds to support our programming, which is free mental health services, integrative wellness services, hangouts, et cetera, which you'll learn more about in a minute. So if you don't mind, I'm going to take you through this brief sort of look at our Joy Joints deck, which will include more information. We've also asked our partner over at Charity Footprints, which is the app we'll be using for this amazing initiative, to join us. So he'll come on a little later. I will have you out of this room in less than 30 minutes, unless you have questions. But I do respect your time, and I am appreciative that you're here. So if we can go right to the next slide. We are often asked by you, supporters of BLHF, how you can get involved. Well, I'm glad you asked. We have an amazing opportunity for all of you to participate this fall in October in cities across the nation. We will host Joy Joints, where teams get together and create moments of conversation and movement with your tribe, from old school double dutch tournaments to city or rural hikes, basketball, you name it. Gather your fellas and your girls. This will be a friendly competition as we raise funds to support all of BLHF's programs. Make sure to sign up on our website if you're interested in bringing your city and your team on board. We are planning to have a good time. Learn more by visiting our website at www.BorisLHensonFoundation.org. I don't know if your Joy Joint will have folk kicking it up like that, but if they're not doing that, then you're not having a Joy Joint. We are committed to 1 million hours of joy. It's a challenge that we started in April of this year with our partners BET. And we are looking to provide 1 million hours of free mental health services over the next 5 years. So that's 200,000 hours a year. And this will be a part of that. I think you already know our mission is to create new ways of healing in the Black community, clearing pathways that allow African Americans to see what life looks like on the other side of suffering. We can go ahead and click the next card. 5 years of service, it feels like it's been 25, but we will keep reigniting the power of community and connection by promoting, sponsoring, supporting events like Joy Joints. This is an ode to our legacy of juke joints. As you know, specifically the African American community always finds ways to connect, celebrate, liberate ourselves and each other through these connected events, be it a juke joint, a card game, double dutch. We find ways to connect to joy. So this is what Joy Joints is and in honor of, which is our ancestry. We can keep going. Next slide. And as you see, it's creating safe spaces and events to celebrate joy and foster connection in a meaningful way. The joyful events can take many forms in our communities, and here's just a few examples. A double dutch tournament, joy walks, hikes, yoga, meditation, bowling, sporting challenges, card games, gaming, karaoke, cooking competitions, and the list goes on. So we would not tell you what kind of Joy Joint you should have. You know what you respond to and what your community or family responds to. So you just create that event and fire it up with joy. And we'll keep going. I've heard some interesting choices of what Joy Joints could be. So of course, we want to make sure it's friendly. We want to make sure that it is inclusive and engaging. We are an all-inclusive organization. A few examples are friends and families, alumni associations, faith-based groups, LGBTQAI+ communities, school groups, social groups and clubs, sororities, fraternities, sports teams, and of course, the workplace and professional organizations. Next is our sponsors. So we can go out and engage a sponsor if we want for our teams, meaning you, or not. That's strictly up to you. But sponsorship is available. So if we're looking to sponsor, the whole event, for example, the official Joy Joint event, there's an available package for that. If someone wants to sponsor just a team, there's sponsorship packages available for that, and so on and so forth. There'll be in-kind opportunities of wellness toolkits and affirmation cards, socks, candles, you name it. We want to load folk up with joy memorabilia from this event. We can keep going. And how do you do it? How do you join? How do you make a difference? Well, you would create your posse or your team. And if you'd like, it can be, your family members. Again, it could, be a group of people you don't know. You're just having a party. It could be folk in your workplace. It could be a yoga session, etc. Whoever it is, you create that team and they would register. Adults are $35, students are $10, and seniors 62 and plus are $10. And when they register, they become a part of your team through the platform that I'm going to kick over to Scott in a moment, who will tell you briefly about that. But it's really simple, really easy. We have toolkits to help us to raise the funds and to raise the level of joy. That would come with our graphics. It would come with, sort of talking points around how to engage your audience, so on and so forth. We can keep going. And this is what it looks like. So once you have created your team, you've designated one day in October to throw your party or event, and all individuals are welcome to join and support with a $35 donation. That $35 is going to get everybody a branded Joy Joints t-shirt. And obviously we'll be supporting the Boris Lawrence Henson Foundation. Here's a suggested goal. For example, if you're raising $1,000, if you had a party that is 30 people, each person can donate $35, and that's 1,000 and up. 20 people each donate $60. That would get you to 1,000 and up. It's all up to you. If you set your goal at $500 and 15 people would pay 35, 10 people 60, you get it. That's on the fundraising side. And as you can see in the middle of this thermometer, you know, our goal is the joy piece. Of course, we need the money to support our programming, continue the work that we're doing, but we want to see that joy goal bursting out. So we have two tracks running. We're raising money and we're raising joy. So over the month of October, once you've set up your one event, we're asking over the month of October that each team gets their team members to, if I'm going to do 30 minutes a day as an individual, then I may take a walk that day. I may meditate. I may write in my journal. There's an act of kindness, a sport or an activity. So in this app, our team members can actually record all of these things. I took a walk today, that's 50 points. I meditated today, that's 20 points. The fun part about this too, outside of elevating joy in our community, is that we're going to be giving out some prizes, which I always love, fun prizes that I think you will enjoy and appreciate. We can go on to the next slide, or are we there? Yeah. Good. So some of the prizes that I'll mention really quickly are things like 100 movie tickets to a private screening of a certain movie that will be coming out soon. So your team would get 100 tickets. That would be for the organization or corporation who decides to join us. So if you get the highest number of joy points, the highest number of fundraising dollars combined, you and your whole team, again, 100 tickets to a private screening of a movie that I cannot name at this moment for reasons that I'm sure you guys are aware of. We also have wellness retreats that we're giving away for top winners who might come in as an individual and say, hey, I just want to get a team together of 20 people. We're going to do this thing, but they've raised all this money. They've raised all these joy points. And then we'll also offer prizes to them as well. So I won't talk anymore about that. I just wanted to give you an idea and a sense of what we're up to, what we want to do with you, and hopefully you will participate and become a part of our family, our Joy Joints family. And I'll kick it over to Scott, who will give us a little more information around the platform itself.
Excellent. Awesome. Thank you, Tracy. Really excited to be working with the BLHF and your enthusiasm in making this a reality. And we hope to exceed your goals and be, help in the small part that that we play. So this is the platform. This is the main campaign page. I can walk you through the registration process, answer any questions along the way. There are a few things that will be changing. Our development team is going to be working on over the next day. So, I'll highlight those when I come across those. So on the main page, you can access this through desktop, of course. And then, as Tracy had mentioned, we have our Charity Footprints app. You can access it on your mobile. And it's simply a page that has a lot of great information that the team has provided in the campaign text section, some great infographics. And so I'll let you guys peruse on your own once you have the link. But for purposes of this, I'll show you the registration process. So you'll see a register green button at the top, register now, the purple button underneath. and you'll see them sprinkled throughout. If you're reading a lot of this content, you come to a community map, which is going to show representation of where people are registering from and some stats. So you can click on each one of the states. Becomes a friendly geographic competition. And you'll see join the campaign. So you'll see those buttons throughout the page. Under, if I click on this register now button, it's going to bring you to user sign up. So most of you don't have a profile. So you'll enter your information, email, create password, and then click on sign up. So because I have several user profiles, I'll use mine to walk you through the process. So once you're on the main registration page, you're going to see a little, blurb at the top, fitness tracking, start and end dates. This is an item that's actually going to be changed by our development team. So instead of walk, run, bike, we're going to change this to all activity. It's going to be a radial button. There's no selection process required. So just to make it known and make it understood that any activity that participants are doing, including those Joy Joints activity or Joy Wellness activities that we have listed on the main campaign page, those will be listed for everyone to record as well. So this is going to show all activity, all inclusive. Donate to join. It's going to be $35 for an adult, 10 for students, 10 for seniors 62 plus. We do ask that you select your t-shirt size and color. So we have the black and the white. Again, there's an image on the main campaign page in the campaign text, so you can see what the t-shirts look like. Just go through this. And so this is where you can cover the merchant fee. This is going to be a box that you can uncheck. The platform tips is a tip to us. So you can set it, keep it to 0. You can add $1 or $2. This is going to be dynamic. So if I click on, or it should, so if I click on 35, it didn't change. If I had to refresh, it might have changed, but yeah, so more options appear. So you can leave it at 0. You can add 5, 7. So this is entirely discretion on the participant and donor. If they go through the donation button, they can, it's their discretion whether they want to tip us and the platform. So the merchant fee, you can cover the Stripe credit card fee that they always charge. I think for this campaign, we're going to be setting it to 0, if I remember correctly. So I'll discuss with my development team if that's going to be set. We do have a waiver. So this is that you're 13 years or older, and it kind of absolves responsibility or liability from BLHF and ourselves. So this must be signed, because if I click next, there's a notification that must be checked. So let's do, yeah, adult. Okay, next. You can upload a picture. We have avatars listed at the bottom here. You can upload, your own picture if you choose. So that's up to you. All the participants, enter your mailing address and then click next. An option to pay it forward. So you can pay the registration fee for other friends and family. You'll enter email addresses. So if I click on my personal, I can add a second, a third. So it's entirely up to you. If you want to pay for others, that's going to be added to your checkout on the next page. And you'll see Stripe information with donation, the fee involved or included. A email is required for receipt purposes. So I'll just enter this one and this one. That all checks and looks good. And then you just click pay.
Thanks for the donation, Scott.
Absolutely, anytime. We always try to make donations to our partners, so I appreciate it.
Let's do this another 10 times.
Yes. The next page, we have congratulations. Short Get Fit Give Back. This is our hashtag that we run across all campaigns. Fundraising start and end dates. So we have this now through October. Fundraising target, $1,000. We hope each one of you hit it and all of your friends and family that join. You can customize your own text appeal. This could be done later if you don't have something in mind. This is going to sit on your fundraising page, and I'll walk you through what that looks like in a second. Click next. This is where you can join your team. So we already have 3 teams that are added onto the platform, but you can always create a team. You can just stay as an individual. Again, you could always join a team, create a team, switch teams once you've registered. So you'll have a drop down in the top right-hand corner where you can go to create or join a team. Stay as an individual. So you click next. This is the page for you to invite donors. So this will send a direct email to the recipients. Once you enter those emails, you can craft and customize your own message to them that's going to show up. And then it'll include a link for them to make a donation to your page. The next page is for inviting participants to join. So this is also going to be automatically emailed with a short message asking them to join the campaign itself, pay the registration fee. This is separate than the pay it forward. So the pay it forward, if you do enter emails, there will be a message that's sent to the recipient. They can then register for free, of course, because you have already paid for the registration. This is inviting others. We hope to, have friends and family, let's say, join your team, and then they would pay the registration to join. Lastly, go to my fundraising page. I'll come back to the top, but the text appeal is already going to be predefined with one sentence here. But again, if you had an idea, personal story that you wanted to share, something that resonates with you, why you're joining the campaign, you can write that in this section. So if you don't do that during the registration flow, you can go to Edit Fundraiser and then enter your fundraising appeal here. We will show progress, and our development team is adding those activity or joy points as well. They're going to show a progress line thermometer as well as the fitness that you see. So as we're starting to track fitness activity, track the activity or the joy points that you guys are recording in October, those will show up here towards your goals. Up at the top, you have a donate button. So anyone that lands on your page, I can copy this link, for example, send to friends and family. They can make a donation, enter their name, remain anonymous, amount, leave a comment. All of those will be listed here under recent donations. You could also simply click on any of these social media buttons to share. So if I click on Facebook, it's going to ask you to log in. I might already be logged in. Yeah, so I can add a message and then post. Same thing with Twitter and WhatsApp. Top right-hand corner, you have your menu button. I won't spend too much time on these, but we encourage, hopefully, people to post photos. So you can upload a picture, name it, add a description, and it's meant to be interactive. Once you have people that have posted photos, other participants can like photos, they can add a comment, and hopefully we have more engagement on the scrapbook. If you forgot or wanted to add people to pay it forward, you can send the invite and then pay the registration fee. Again, they'll receive an automated email. Under Edit Fundraiser, you can edit your fundraising goal and your campaign activity goal for fitness. Again, our development team will add those joy wellness goals. So there's going to be a second or a third text field here with that goal, and that's something that you can change. I think we're going to be setting the goal to 1,000 joy points, if I remember correctly. Creating or joining a team brings you back to that first page that you saw during the registration. And then for activities and workouts, so This page is where you can record manually or link a fitness device. So if I'm adding a new activity manually, if I don't have a fitness device that's tracking my walks, runs, bike rides, the yoga classes that I go to, you can always add this manually. Devices that we integrate with are the Apple Health Kit, the Apple Watch, Garmin Fitbit, Google Fit and Android devices, Misfit and Strava. And I think that's pretty much it for a quick rundown of the registration and the menu button. But if there's any questions, happy to answer and field those.
Awesome. Thank you, Scott.
Anytime.
Thank you very much. So here's where we turn it over to you. And if there are any particular questions that you have for us, we are so excited about this. We think we are going to bang this out. And it's going to be very successful. All of us at BLHF can't wait to have our own Joy Joint and to celebrate with you. I hope that you can participate. I hope you're looking to get involved. Again, we want to raise the level of joy in our community, and this is how we think we can get there. I love my guys. I love my people. Thank you so much. And I cannot wait for us to get in here and make this thing happen. Bless you. Stay lifted. Find your joy today. You deserve it. And we will see you soon.